Forget the grand opening. That's postponed till tomorrow. There's only one priority today. You got that?
Yeah, Max, about this fancy breakfast, do you think it's a good idea?
I think it is a great idea. Now, you be ready when Megan comes down.
Right, I know. I got the champagne glasses for 2 and the eggs Benedict. I serve them on a nice tray.
Wrong. You stay in the kitchen and you wait until I get her to pop the question. When I say the magic word yes, then... Hush. Come on, get in the kitchen. Yeah. Good morning, sweetheart.
Hi, I'm in a real rush.
Hi.
I have to go.
Oh, I've wanted to do that since yesterday.
Any particular reason?
Oh, I think you know the reason. Come on, Megan, don't be coy. Isn't there something you want to ask me? Something important.
Well, you know, I used to be able to move like that in a former life.
Good. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm watching you and wondering how someone could be so graceful.
Well, dancers always look graceful at the bar. It's our poor muscles that have a hard time, and my horrible blistered feet, too.
Well, you wouldn't know if I looking at you. You look great.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll let you get back to your workout.
Right. So, are you a member here?
No, actually, I'm on an assignment here, which leads me to say I told you so.
Sorry?
Well, remember yesterday at the court? You said that since the trial was over, we probably wouldn't get a chance to see each other too much. Well, looks like you were wrong.
Remember, this is a surprise.
The surprise is going to be if Sarah doesn't kill us. Well, she said she didn't want to have a shower.
Oh, come on. Everybody in the world says that. I know, but if that's Sarah, she's really early.
Well, there goes our surprise.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll show myself in.
Oh, Rafe, what are you doing here? This is an all-women's shower room.
Yeah, believe me, I wouldn't have stepped foot in here unless I absolutely had to.
Well, unless you are prepared to do a striptease, you ought to just start marking out backwards. Yeah.
Right after I speak to Tina in private.
Why?
I think we should talk about this outside.
Rafe, couldn't this wait till later?
I'm sorry, Tina, but I'm under orders to bring you downtown to the district attorney's office. Herb and Judge Carlin want to see you. Now.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
Wait a minute, Rafe. Why do Herb and Judge Carlin insist on seeing Tina now?
They want to question Tina about her involvement in the baby switch.
What are you doing? Are you arresting me?
Honey, calm down, okay?
How am I supposed to stay calm when he's about ready to put cuffs on me?
Tina, I'm not arresting you, but my orders are to accompany you to the DA's office.
Well, I need time to prepare myself to get ready.
I'm sorry, but the judge said now.
What is he, a dictator?
You'll make this a lot easier on yourself if you'll just cooperate.
How is this going to be easy when you want me to go see the judge by myself? I mean, I don't even know where court is. He's on assignment. I don't know how to reach him.
Well, you can leave court a message. You can use the phone downtown.
I don't want to leave him a message. I want my husband with me when I go talk to the judge.
Yes, and aside from that, she has the right to have a lawyer present.
Viki, at the risk of repeating myself, she's not under arrest.
Fine. Then you can wait until I'm ready.
No, I can, but Judge Carlin doesn't like to be kept waiting. Now, he's got serious doubts about you based on your testimony at Gabrielle's trial. If you try stalling him, you're just going to dig yourself in deeper.
Honey, maybe you should do as Rafe says.
But, Viki, I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll go with you.
No. You stay here and try to call court.
Oh, darling, the way things are right now between you and
No,
court.
call him, please. I know he won't desert me right now.
All right, okay, I'll call him, but I'm also going to call John Russell because I don't want you to talk to anyone until you have a lawyer present, okay?
You ready, Tina?
I guess so.
Remember, darling, you don't say one word until John Russell gets there, understand? No matter what you may have done or what they think you may have done, you have rights. And you've always got your family. Viki.
Come on, Tina.
Come on, honey. Darling, good luck.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna need it.
I thought you only did dangerous assignments, risky business, things like that.
Usually I do, yeah.
So, what do you do in doing a story on a health club? I mean, is there some scandal in the leotard business?
No, it's a little more serious than that. Steroids.
Oh, have people been using them here?
Well, I'm not so much concerned if people are taking them. I got this tip that there's a lot of illegal drug activity going on, mostly with steroids in some of the health clubs and some of the gyms here in Llanview.
Oh, I see. So you're sort of undercover.
Well, I'm just trying to blend into the scenery, you know, keep my eyes and my ears open. Maybe I'll come up with a scoop.
Right. So what makes you think that you'll find illegal drugs here in the sweatshop?
Well, again, it was just a tip I got. I've checked out pretty much some of the other gyms and some of the other health clubs. Nobody wants to talk to me. The sweatshop is kind of my last hope here.
Right. Well, I should imagine no one wants to talk to you because you're not a regular.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I am a regular. So I could be your extra pair of eyes and ears.
No way.
But Corder, if I could help
I
you...
appreciate the offer. I truly do. But drug dealers, whether you're talking about steroids or crack, are very dangerous people. You understand me?
I'm not scared, Corder.
I didn't think you were, but maybe you should be. Look, just stay out of this and stay safe, okay?
So why don't you listen to your own advice?
Because this is my job. And also because I guess it's a distraction. See, danger is a relief to me.
Oh, God. You got problems with Tina again? No, don't tell me. I know, it's none of my business.
No, it's just that things are so much more complicated now because we're waiting for the judge and for the DA to decide Tina's fate.
Oh, it must be awful.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we weren't so alone in all this.
Alone? I mean, you've got your whole family.
Yeah, but the whole family's talking about moving out of town. Talked to Clint last night. He says that he and Viki and all the kids are thinking about going out west right after the holidays.
The whole family?
Sure.
You too?
Well, no, I would be staying here.
Because of Tina?
Well, because of a lot of reasons. I guess it's kind of ironic. When I was out west, I didn't have any reason to stay there. So I came out here. Now everybody's going out west. Well, I got a lot of reasons to stay here.
You've been talking to Andy, haven't you?
Have I?
As a matter of fact, I do have something to say to you.
Ooh, well, I'm all ears except for my full pouting lips.
All right, good. So listen real carefully, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Wait, no kidding.
I'm not kidding, Max. I have a very important scene to tape today. It's the continuation of Roxanne's wedding. I had to miss my own sister's wedding shower for it. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Well, no, hold on. No more excuses.
It's not an excuse. I have a job to do.
Miss Gordon, look me in the eye and ask me the question.
What question?
The question you've been dying to ask me and the question I have been dying to answer?
Okay. So what do you think of Gabrielle's sentencing? Is it too harsh, too lenient, none of the above?
Get it out about Gabrielle. I want to talk about the two of us. You and me.
Max,
Yes.
I gotta go to the studio, okay?
Megan!
You? Is it safe to say you won't be needing the champagne?
I thought I told you to stay in the kitchen.
Well, I told you, I warned you, if Megan wanted to get married, you know, with Gabrielle in the
Damn it,
picture.
Andy, when I want your advice about love and marriage, I'll ask for it.
Well, I'm just trying to help my big brother.
Well, your big brother doesn't need any of your help, thank you. I will get Megan to say the words without you.
So have you tried talking to Viki and Clint about them leaving?
Not much point. Clint sounded pretty determined to go. I don't think... Look, I'm probably boring you with all this.
No, I'm not bored. I just want to help.
Well, actually, you can.
How?
You can do a little dance for me, show me a little routine.
A dance?
Yeah, I've heard so much about what a fabulous dancer you are. I'd like to see a little exhibition here.
What, here, now?
Why not? See, we're all alone. I don't think anybody see if you slip a little expo in here.
Oh, Cord.
What? Oh, no music, right? Don't worry about it. I can cover that right here. I got some tunes for you. It's not Swan Lake, but it should be okay.
Are you really going to make me do this?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Just a few of those, Cebu plays, or whatever you call them.
How can I possibly refuse a man who speaks such impeccable French? Okay, I'll just show you the basics, okay?
Okay.
Right. This is a plie.
Plea, very nice.
And this is a grand battement.
Oh, that'd be great. Hey, you could kick some field goals for the Eagles. They can use some help this year.
And this is an attitude.
I knew a guy with some attitude once.
And this is a souvenir.
Ooh, that's very impressive. You look like one of those ballerinas on the top of a music box.
And mind of the way,
Ooh.
this is the splits.
Oh, yes. Ooh, you break dance, too. That's good. Well, hey, bravo.
Thank
See, that wasn't bad.
So now you can do something. We'll start
wait.
with something simple. Take my hand. Now lift your right foot.
Okay.
And step.
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 Coupe.
Coupe.
Step. Coupe.
Wait, I can't do this. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you can. You owe me. I dance for you. So you dance for me. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Pick up your foot. Step. Coupe.
Step. Coupe. I'll do that.
Perfect. And now we'll do put it up. Take my hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Perfect.
very nice.
Now let go of my hand.
Yes.
And you turn. Yes.
Michael Jackson, eat your heart out, man.
And now, for the grand finale, catch me.
Hit you. Whoa. Whoa.
Now lift me.
Lift.
Yeah. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
No, that wasn't bad at all. It was very nice.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
Hey.
Cord, you're staring.
Do you know her?
Well enough to say hello. How are you?
Listen, I'm just checking out her muscle tone. Looks like she could be the person I talked to working next door. Huh? Second.
Cord Roberts?
Yeah, I'm Cord Roberts.
You've got a call. A lady by the name of Victoria Buchanan. She says it's an emergency.
Whoa, where's your phone? Okay, wait. Debra, I'll see you later.
Sure.
Hey, darling. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm the one to greet you. Vicky's making a phone call. She'll be down in a minute.
No, that's all right. Vicky didn't tell me you were joining us for breakfast.
I hope you don't mind.
I'm delighted. No problem.
Great.
Maybe you can get her to talk about why she's moving out west, huh?
Giving you a bridal shower. And if you make a big fuss, we're going to take back all your presents. No, we're not. I want those presents. And if I cry a little bit, then you guys need to go. You can cry.
Vicky, I cannot believe you went to all this trouble, but thank
Honey,
you.
it's no trouble at all. If you're looking for Megan, she had to work, but she said she was going to try and come later on.
Okay. Well, come on, Sarah. Let's get you something to eat.
Vicky? Where's Tina?
Well, what did Grave want with her?
Well, that's what we've been expecting. He took her downtown. Herb and Judge Carlin wanted to talk to her about her involvement in the baby switch.
And she went down there alone?
I offered to go with her. She didn't want me to go. I managed to get a hold of John Russell. Then when I tracked down Cord, they're going to meet her at the DA's office. Listen, let's not spoil the party now, okay?
Oh, we won't mention a thing. No, we won't, but we'll go dish out the souffle stuff.
Doesn't sound good, does it? God, I'd like to believe that Herb and Judge will go easy on her, but I'm really frightened for her.
Tina, Vicky just called me. I got here as soon as I could.
Oh, John, thank you for coming.
You haven't said anything to Herb or the judge yet, have you?
No, they've pretty much left me alone in here, which has me really scared about what's going to happen.
Don't worry, just let me do the talking.
The secretary said you were here.
Hi, Herb. Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Russell, Mrs. Roberts, I'm expected in court, so let's expedite this meeting.
Will you take my seat, Phil? John, Tina, you can sit right over here.
Mr. Callison and I have been reviewing the charge against you, Mrs. Roberts.
Yeah, well, I can explain that, Your Honor.
Well, no explanation is necessary. The facts speak for themselves. As a witness in the Medina trial, you chose to risk contempt of court rather than reveal what Gabrielle used to blackmail you.
Well, unfortunately, Cord stepped forward and explained to us he's trying to protect him from discovery and from prosecution of the burial of Austin Buchanan.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but given the danger that Austin Buchanan posed to this community and the fact that we know how many murders he committed...
Save your breath, Counselor. We've already considered that. Consequently, we've decided not to press any charges against Mr. Roberts.
Thank God.
However, you, Mrs. Roberts, are a different story altogether. Knowingly and willingly, you conspired with Gabrielle to keep the secret of the baby switch long after Austin Buchanan was dead.
But I had to.
You had to enter into a bargain with Gabrielle to keep an innocent child from its mother, not for the sake of protecting your husband, but for your own personal gain?
But it really wasn't like that. You see, it started out so simple and understandable and everything, and then it just got some more and more complicated.
Your Honor, what my client's trying to say
I'm not interested in her rationale. A crime has been committed, and your client has to answer for it. Herb?
Tina, it is my unpleasant duty to inform you that under the laws of the Commonwealth, you are being formally charged with criminal conspiracy.
Conspiracy? John, they can't do that, can they?
Herb, you're not serious about evoking the corrupt organizational law, are you?
Well, now, Tina may not have been racketeering, but she was engaged in an illegal conspiracy over a period of time for personal financial gain. That warrants a charge of criminal conspiracy.
Criminal conspiracy.
Section 911, John.
Wait a minute, I wasn't trying to get rich on this. I mean, I wanted the jewels, who wouldn't, but I was really just trying to protect my husband.
Mrs. Roberts, instead of scrambling to defend yourself, I suggest you hear us out. The DA and I have no wish to call another trial. We're prepared to offer you an alternative.
You mean a plea bargain?
Well, let's just say if Tina pleads guilty to the conspiracy charge, she'll walk away with a light sentence.
Light? What's light?
6 months in a halfway house, during which time you must join in with the community workforce. In other words, get yourself a meaningful job.
For 6 months?
Tina, just hold on.
Wait, no, wait, I know what this halfway house is. I mean, that's where you sent Gabrielle. That's where you work all day long, and then they lock you up at night. You call that light?
You conspired with Gabrielle. It's only fitting that you help each other prove your remorse as well as your value to the community.
And in case you've forgotten, Gabrielle is serving a much longer sentence, Tina. Frankly, you should consider yourself lucky.
Lucky?
Tina, let me do the talking, will you? Gentlemen, with all due respect, I find this offer of yours to be an outrage. I mean, you haul my client down here with little or no warning, no time to engage counsel. You threaten her with a trial, and then you throw her this bone, this alternative, as you call it? Well, I object to those kind of tactics. Let me make myself even more clear, gentlemen. I flat out reject them and your offer.
Well, your objection is duly noted, Mr. Russell, but I still haven't heard from your client.
Tina, let's take our chances.
Now, you do have that right. But if you go to trial and lose, you could be facing more than a halfway house. You could be looking at a substantial prison term.
It's up to you, Mrs. Roberts. Do you accept our offer, or don't you?
Well, I'm not going to worry myself sick about Tina. I just can't do it. Cord said that he would call just as soon as the meeting between Herb and the judge and Tina was over.
Well, honey, I'm sure everything's going to work out just fine.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I'm not real sure about.
What's that?
Well, now that we're alone, I'd like to talk to you about this move that Clint wants you to make.
It's not just Clint. I want it too.
Are you real sure about that? I mean, it's all happened so suddenly. Clint comes back from Arizona all fired up about rebuilding a new Buchanan City, and he practically delivered an ultimatum that you go along with him.
No, it was not an ultimatum. I want to go with him.
Why?
Why? Well, it's obvious. I want what's best for Clint. I want what's best for our marriage and for our family.
That's great, but what about what's best for you?
Me? Renee, why are you asking me all these questions?
Because I care about you. I mean, that's why I'm questioning this move. I know the Buchanan men. Honey, they get a notion in their head, and then they insist that everyone else go along with them.
Clint wants to put our marriage back on solid ground, that's all.
The ground in Pennsylvania is as solid as the ground in Arizona. I've been there.
No, Clint doesn't see it that way. We don't see it that way. Renee, you have to trust me. I want to move just as much as Clint does.
All I keep hearing you say is Clint, Clint, Clint. No, Viki. I don't know. Darn it, maybe it's just pure selfishness on my part. I'm going to miss you real bad. And what about Asa? I don't know how he's going to survive being separated from you all.
Well, it's not going to be easy for any of us. But we really feel that this is the right decision. We need it. Please do me a favor and try and understand and support this decision, please.
Darling, of course I will. I'll stand by you, whatever you decide. But please remember that people are allowed to change their minds, even if they're women who are married to men in the Buchanan clan.
We better take these out before the fruit salad gets warm.
What is taking so long? Why aren't those hospital scenes over? Why haven't they come here to do this wedding?
The bride's nervous, huh? That's good. I like that. Keep it in.
I'm not nervous. I just want to get these scenes over with. Come on, let's run our lines.
Oh, come on, Megan. We both know these lines.
Look, the faster we get these lines done, the better. We have to be prepared. Now, come on.
Okay.
All right, let's start from the point where Nick walks in on Roxanne. She's in the anteroom. They're about to get married.
All right. Call off the wedding? Roxanne, you can't be serious.
I've never been more serious in my entire life. Tell everyone that I'm sorry. Tell them to go home. I'll return the gifts as soon as possible.
To hell with the gifts. I love you, Roxanne. I want to marry you.
Oh, sure, that's what you say now, but last night at your bachelor party...
What? You were there?
Yes, I was there, standing outside the window. I saw that woman pop out of the cake. I saw you take that woman in your arms, and it wasn't just any woman, was it, Nick? No, it wasn't some blonde bimbo from the rent-a-cake agency. It was my twin sister, Ruby.
Damn it, listen to me. I don't love Ruby. I love you, Roxanne. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
You don't love me, Nick. You only think you do.
Roxanne, if you'd only give me a chance.
No, it's no use. It's no use. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and it kills me to say goodbye, but it's even worth denying the truth. Just go before we say our vows and spend the rest of our life facing regrets. Just admit it. Another woman has your heart.
There's only one woman I love, and that's you. Only you.
Max, you don't give up, do you? What, you think I need more acting lessons?
This isn't about acting.
Oh, it's not. It's reality that you want. Is that it? Well, I admit that maybe I needed a little coaching during the hot tub scenes, but weddings, piece of cake. Get it? Wedding cake?
Would you knock it off and quit trying to avoid me?
I'm not trying to avoid you. I have a very important scene to do, and I want to make sure that I get it right. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go run my lines with Terry.
No more rehearsing. It's time to run the scene. Our scene. You wrote the script. You memorized the lines. Now that it's time to pull up the curtain and say the big speech, you keep freezing.
Goodness. When you get a metaphor in your teeth, there's no stopping you.
Just stop being so sarcastic. Please. Megan, I know I hurt you. When I put it all on the line for Gabrielle in court, I know what I put you through these last few weeks. And I have asked you to be understanding and patient when you've had every right to just tell me to take a flying leap, but you didn't. And I'm grateful to you for that. No, I'm more than grateful. I love you for that.
Max, you don't have to say anything.
I'm saying, hey, I'm saying what I feel in my heart. And I know you feel something, too. Something you've wanted to ask me since yesterday. So go on, say it. Ask me to marry you. I promise the answer will be yes.
All right, this can't all be for me.
I don't see any other blushing bride to be in this room, do you?
Oh, she hasn't even started to blush yet. Okay, what does that mean?
Well, just wait till you see these presents. I mean, we decided not to do all that kitchen stuff.
No,
No, these are to enrich your marriage. Take my gift, for instance, honey. I guarantee you're going to get a lot of use out of this. Very nice. I thought you said nothing for the kitchen. I don't think anybody wears that in the kitchen, but, honey, it gets things cooking in the bedroom. Here, open up mine. They kind of go with that. Okay. Holding your head. I see that. What every well-dressed bride should wear. Yes, or should not wear. It's almost time. Okay, more surprises? Well, it's a little surprise, but you have to be very quiet.
And now a special request for a special bride to be. Wednesday, November 15th. Sarah, for you. From Bo.
That's our song. It always makes me cry, but this time...
I know. I always feel that way when Asa plays our song. I don't know why a ding-dong daddy from Dallas gets to me.
You know, all of a sudden, I wish men were allowed at showers, because I miss Bo something fierce right now.
Sounds like that's my cue, huh?
Oh.
Right.
Hey, you all right? Oh, my leg. I was stupid. I just pushed myself too hard.
Are you sure? God. Well, don't move it. Just keep it still.
I just wish I had something to kill the pain.
Oh, well, I've got something in my locker.
No, I think it's going to take more than 2 aspirin.
I've got something a little bit stronger than aspirin. Just hold on a second. Let me go get it.
No. It feels better. I think it must have been just cramps or something.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, here.
I wonder... could you get your hands on something stronger than painkillers?
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, it's just my boyfriend. You see, he's a bodybuilder. And he says the weights aren't enough. He wants more bulk. And I just wondered if you could help.
Maybe, but it'll cost you.
Well, fine. I mean, money's no problem.
Okay, listen, I don't keep what you want in my locker. We'll have to meet sometime later, someplace public, so I know you're alone.
Fine. What about the Llanview Grande Restaurant?
Oh, they serve so much red meat. But yeah, okay. Listen, I could meet you, say, 3:30.
Right.
Bring lots of cash.
Sure.
Okay.
Tina, I'm your attorney. You do trust me, don't you?
Of course I do, but they want an answer right away. If only Cord were here, he'd know what I should do.
Court isn't here, and you don't have to feel like you're being railroaded into a plea bargain.
Mr. Russell, I don't have a great deal of time.
Just another couple of minutes, Your Honor, please. You see what they're doing?
Yeah, they're trying to find a way to keep me out of prison.
No. What they're trying to do is play chicken with you. They want to see if you'll blink first. That way they don't have to risk going to trial.
Well, you're saying I should turn down their offer?
That's exactly what I'm saying. If they didn't think that they might have a chance of losing in court, they'd never make the offer in the first place.
John, this offer will not stay on the table all day.
I don't know. He doesn't seem very afraid to me.
Look, Tina, Gabrielle switched the baby. She got off with a comparatively light sentence. If we go to trial, I think we can get you even less. Probably a not guilty charge.
Well, can you guarantee it?
No, I can't guarantee it. Nothing in life is guaranteed, Tina.
That's all I need to know. All right. You've got your answer. I'll take your offer.
Tina.
No, John, this is my life and it's my decision.
It's a wise decision.
I'll second that. Herb, I'll leave you to work out the details.
All right.
Good day, Mrs. Roberts. Gentlemen.
Well, Herb, now that the arm twisting's over, I'd like a few words with you, if you don't mind.
All right. Tina, I just talked to Viki. What's going on? Are you all right?
Oh, I am now, Court.
Yeah, John, why don't we leave them to discuss things a little bit, huh?
But you're all hard all of a sudden, Herb.
Tina.
Court, I'm so frightened. They want to send me to a halfway house for 6 months.
Tina, wait a minute. 6 months in a halfway house? What happened? Didn't John defend you at all?
Of course he did. But you don't understand. See, I would have done the same thing if he'd asked me tomorrow or next week. I had to think about you and CJ.
For us. You let them give you a record for us.
I had to. I couldn't put this family through another trial. Tina,
you let them convict you without even giving them a fair fight.
Look, I don't exactly exactly like being labeled a criminal here, right? But I certainly don't want to have to go to prison again.
What about our son, Tina? What am I supposed to tell him now when his mama doesn't come home at night? What am I supposed to tell him when, God forbid, his little friends start to tease him because his mama is a convicted criminal?
I know it's not going to be easy.
Tina, this is going to be very difficult on everybody. You know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to work during the day now, Tina, and at night, you're going to have to go to a prison without bars. Girl, how are we going to work on us, on our problems right now?
Why are you being so mean to me?
I'm not trying to be mean to you, Tina. I'm just trying to get you to understand what you have done here.
I know what I've done. Believe me, and I did what I had to do. For my family, and I don't see why you are so... I mean, I thought I did the right thing, but no, of course you would think I automatically did the wrong thing. No, as usual, you think I made things worse.
It's all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, Viki, that's just about the best bridal shower I've ever been to, even if I do say so myself.
Both of you just knocked yourself out, and I really don't know how to thank you.
Oh, come on. It was our pleasure.
I hope I didn't spoil things by coming by here.
I think you were the hit of the show.
I will second that. I'd best be getting along now. Y'all take care here.
Renee, thank you for the see-through apron. I will treasure it.
Not half as much as I will.
Ring-a-ding. Y'all
Bye.
Bye, Renee.
Ring-a-ding.
Well, I guess we should clean up.
Are you crazy? You're not going to clean up. You're the guest of honor.
Yeah, that's just how I feel, too. Very honored.
Oh, it's the very least I could do for you. Do you two have any idea how much I love you two?
Oh.
Just the thought of being at your wedding is... Oh, dear.
Viki, don't cry. The wedding hasn't even started yet.
That's not why I'm crying. I'm going to miss you so much. I mean, you're just getting married, and I was so looking forward to just being around for you. I mean, in case you needed help or something.
Well, Viki, I got to tell you, Sarah and I both were knocked for a loop when Clint told us about y'all moving.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to go through with that?
Yes, we feel that it's really the right decision. And I think in time it'll work out, yeah.
Well, if that's the way you feel, then who are we to say any different, huh?
You can't stop us from missing you, too.
Well, you better not. I have to get a Kleenex. Excuse me.
I know what that's all about. Viki and Clint wouldn't be leaving if it weren't for my father. I admit I was going to propose to you, but that shouldn't come as any big surprise. I mean, I'm a star. I didn't want to get upstaged by Gabrielle's trial.
It's very clever, but I happen to
It's true,
notice
Max, it's true. I'm not proud of it, but frankly, sometimes an actress gets carried away in her personal life as well as on stage, and so I dreamt up this dramatic bit of asking you to marry me. Well, I realized that I was just trying to put myself into the spotlight, and so I dropped the whole thing. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to do a ball and chain routine.
Would you stop it? Would you stop? Would you drop this act, please?
It's not an act. I was acting before. I'm being honest now.
Like hell you are. Megan, I know you. I know when you're hurting. What do I have to do to make you see that Gabrielle's out of the picture? She got her punishment. She can handle it. She doesn't need me holding her hand anymore.
You don't have to explain.
Well, obviously I do. Yesterday I talked to her, and you know what I told her? I told her she's on her own, and if she can't accept that, she's going to have to learn to. Because from now on, it's you and it's me. Now and forever. Am I getting through to you? Megan, I want to marry you. And if you're not going to ask me, well then fine. I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and ask you myself.
No.
Megan Gordon.
Max,
Will you
please.
please? Megan, I want to say this.
I know you do, but I need you to hear this. Please, just get up. I don't want to talk about marriage. I'm still confused. And yes, I am still hurting.
And I can change all
No,
that if
you
you will let
can't,
me.
no.
Yes.
I need some time on my own. I need to think about everything that's happened during the trial. And if you love me as much as you say that you do, then you'll give me the time and the space that I need.
Why is it every time you say time and space, I feel like someone just kicked me in the
Max,
stomach?
please.
Okay. Okay, I won't push it. I will forget all about the proposal. For now. But I am not going to let you forget how I feel about you. And I am not going to let this wedding dress or this set go to waste. You don't move.
I'm really not the first one to come to Roger's defense, but I don't think we can blame anybody for Viki and Clint's decision.
I'm not blaming my father. It's just that we both know Viki and Clint wouldn't be moving out west if my father wasn't a problem for them.
Well, even if that's true, it's their problem. It's not ours. I don't want you getting worried about it. Not now. We're getting married in a couple of days.
I know, and I want everything to be so perfect.
Well, it will be, starting with this dress rehearsal.
Yeah, you know what they say about a good dress rehearsal.
No, don't even talk like that.
Look, I can't help it. They're all going to be there. Viki, Clint, Dad. What if something goes wrong? What if the tension is just too much and something...
No, just hush, please. I don't want you worried about tension or about anything happening. I just want you to think about how happy we're going to be. Okay?
I'll try.
All right, you start with our wedding vows when we recite those and what they mean. And then think about that reception. Think about when we have our first little dance together, huh? And then we cut the cake, you throw the bouquet, and we're off on a honeymoon. Now, I have no problems at all picturing that, because that's going to be the start of our future. The start of a very wonderful future, and it's all just stretched right out in front of us. Those are the things I want you to think about. Only those things. Nothing else.
Okay.
Where have you been and where is everyone?
I'm the producer, aren't I? I can tell the director to give everyone an early break.
Well, that's very generous of you. Why do I feel like there's an ulterior motive?
So suspicious. And you have every reason to be. Come here with me.
What is this?
Consider it a rehearsal.
Max, I told you I don't need any more coaching on these scenes.
This isn't for Fraternity Row. This is for the real thing. Face the altar.
No, Max.
Hey, it's my show. You gotta do what I say. Fine. Okay, now imagine a minister. A very old, charming minister with white hair, kind of Edmund Gwenn type.
Edmund Gwenn?
Well, a little bit before your time. Let's say Wilford Brimley type. Okay? Now, he welcomes everyone to the wedding. Our wedding. And he asked me to repeat after him. I, Max, take thee, Megan, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Max, this
Wait,
is
hey,
really
let
silly.
me finish my line. To have and to hold, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, till death do us part. Now it's your turn.
Max.
Oh, hey, come on, say the lines as written.
I, Megan, take you, Max, to be my lawfully wedded
husband,
to have and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, forsaking all others till death do us part.
by the power vested in me, I now pronounce this man and wife. Remember how that feels. What we feel. Because when you're ready for the real thing, all you have to do is call me.
so scared about what's going to happen
All
to
right,
me.
Tina, now come on. We can't predict the future, all right? We're just gonna have to take this an hour at a time.
I know, but I'm so scared. I mean, everybody says that this halfway house is better than the prison, but what if it's not? And what kind of job is it that I'm going to find?
We're just gonna have to find one for you, Tina.
Yeah, but what kind? I mean, community service, does that mean I'm going to be serving up soup in a soup kitchen? Or what if they make me wear those coveralls and empty garbage or something? I'm not meant to do something like that. I'll never survive.
Settle down, Tina, all right? We're gonna have to take this as it comes and
Excuse
deal
me,
with it.
Tina, Cord. John and I have reached an understanding.
Just tell me how long I have before I have to go into the halfway house.
I'm afraid you don't have any time, Tina. Your sentence begins today.
Today?
You'll have a week to find a meaningful job. However, you'll take up residence at the halfway house starting tonight.